Hello from the Daily Dad. If you haven't yet, please do subscribe. On this channel, among other things, I bring to you honest reviews of Asian-leaning restaurant experiences here in the Rockville and surrounding areas, and I'd love for you to be part of this family. Today, we're going to visit one of those Asian-leaning restaurants in the heart of Rockville. It's quite a competitive area, so the bar is set high. It's a place that's well known for their dumplings. But how is the overall experience? Well, I'm curious and you're curious. On this episode, we're going to visit China Bistro today on The Daily Dad. This is a very modest looking place, just a dozen or so tables and one server that takes care of the entire dining area. The decor seems like a time capsule of a bygone era. It honestly reminds me of my grandmother's living room, rest her soul. The faded olive green paint, the earthen browns, the 1970s feel. It's got that Cultural Revolution kitsch, and I'm really thinking that Chairman Mao is about to step through the front door. The menu is also pretty modest, beyond what kind of puts them on the Asian foodie map, which are the dumplings. In fact, I can break their food offerings into three categories: hearty dumplings, hit or miss entrees, and not very good lunch specials. Does that give you an idea of where this review is heading? But first, the good news, which are their handmade dumplings. So many varieties, so many options. All are probably good, although I ordered their most popular one, the mama dumplings. That's the combo of pork and shrimp for the filling. But the combinations are practically endless, and you can order dumplings filled with all types of veggies as well as fish. The traditional cooking method involves steaming, and what we get here are a plate of pillowy, delicate dumplings ready to be dipped in sauce. But to give your palate and taste buds a little bit more to think about, you can also order these pan-fried, which still has that softer top side, but now a crispy bottom, which adds some added texture and savoriness to each bite. The one that you see here is the pork squash dumplings. The dumplings come out piping hot, so you'll need to blow on them a few times to cool them down, lest you burn your palate. One comment that I want to make is this. As you can see with both these dumpling dishes, it's just a plain old presentation. Wouldn't it be nice if they sprinkled some kind of garnish on top, if only to enhance the visuals? Maybe some chopped scallions? Or maybe even a few toothpicks with those decorative frills. For example, yellow frills for the squash, green frills for the green veggies, and red frills for the mama special. Well, decorative flourishes aside, you can't go wrong ordering any of these varieties, and this place is really kind of a dumpling heaven because there are 22 varieties on the menu, the most by far of any Chinese restaurant in the area. But I would also caution that you can't eat too many of these at the same time either. Just like pizza tastes good for the first two slices, too much pizza becomes an example of the law of diminishing returns. The more you eat, the more of a struggle it becomes. An order of dumplings comes with 12, but I think I get dumplinged out after about 6 or 8 of these. So for me, this is better off as a side dish, and if the owners are listening, I actually think it would be a great idea if you could order 6 steamed dumplings for $6.99. But with 12 dumplings per order, it works better if you could share that plate full with someone. So if it's you and a friend having a meal here, you order something, your friend orders something, and then you both share a plate of these. But what else can you order? That brings me to my second talking point, which is the hit or miss landscape of the menu. The menu overall is rather uninspiring beyond the dumplings. It's pretty much as no frills as you can imagine. Kung Pao this, garlic sauce that, Szechuan style here, Hunan style there. But I was trying my best to find something interesting, so let me show you some items beyond the dumplings that I ordered. And they were actually all quite fairly tasty, so you can find success within this menu. This is the spicy and tasty fish, and it is as advertised. It's a generous sized portion with large pieces of fish covered in a delicate sauce that has just a little bit of kick. Definitely a nice complement to the heartier dumplings. On another occasion, I ordered the Mama's Noodle Soup to go. This is more so comfort food rather than being an innovative dinner item. It has a clear broth, hand-pulled noodles, and a farrago of veggies and protein. Nothing wrong with this, but nothing amazing about this either. There are a lot of Asian restaurants nearby that will do a better job of impressing your taste buds, although this one definitely reminds me of home. And yet, on a separate occasion, I ordered the hot pot with pork ribs to go. Keep in mind that this was to go, so we're getting the components minus the hot pot. I like that it's large enough for two. It presents tofu three ways. It has a clear broth with pork essence. It's got cabbage. It comes with rice. The pork pieces are pretty similar to what you'd get if you went to dim sum and ordered the pork ribs and black bean sauce. So a heads up that this does require some gnawing and some oral agility, and this may not be something that Westerners would be used to eating. As with most of the other dishes, it's comforting, but not exciting. You'll be happy enough with it, but you'll forget about this around dinner time when someone asks you, "Hey, what did you have for lunch?" These dishes all have enough of the yum, but it's missing the wow and the pop. Weirdly, the lunch menu is weak. Lunch menus are many times the best thing about a restaurant. You get to try foods they serve for dinner, but at a reduced price, along with some freebies like egg rolls and a drink. This lunch, though, not very good value nor visually appealing. Does this remind you of being served cafeteria food in a hospital or a prison? Not tasty, not very filling, not the reason to come here. The lunch offerings here are pretty limp. And you know what? Why don't they have a lunch option that features some dumplings? Maybe an order of 8 or 10 for $9.95? Why the heck not? What I find interesting when I walk in is this wall full of accolades in the foyer, but there is nothing after 2018. Has China Bistro lost its relevancy over the last couple of years? The menu overall lacks innovation. Notably missing is a section of chef's specials, and there isn't any fresh seafood either. And as far as their lunch menu goes, I'd skip it and seek out other nearby Asian eateries. So my final takeaway? Dumpling menu, yes. Regular menu, maybe. Lunch menu, no. Hey, this is the Daily Dad reminding you to try new things and to be happy.